It's not often a player coming off a season with a national championship, first team All-American honors, and Final Four Most Outstanding Player recognition is granted the underrated label, yet here I am seeing Baylor guard Jared Butler getting that exact type of treatment. As someone who enjoyed watching the juggernaut that was Scott Drew's Baylor Bears run through the NCAA tournament, I can't think of a single game where I didn't come away impressed by the play of Jared Butler and his all-around game. So it came as a surprise to me when I'd consistently see his name towards the bottom half of first-round mocks and draft big boards. To me, Butler's easily a top 20 prospect, and with this video, I'm hoping I can explain exactly why I feel that way, even if I have him just projected as a role player. When breaking down Jared Butler's game, the best way I think I can describe him is as your classic jack-of-all-trades combo guard. I know it's cliche, but Butler can legitimately fill so many roles on an offense. Need him to be a primary ball handler running the pick and roll? He excels in that area. Need him to become an ISO scorer in a lineup struggling to generate offense? Butler can do that too, thanks to a tight handle and a silky smooth jump shot. Or maybe you're looking for an off-ball guard with a catch-and-shoot ability. Yeah, I think you know where I'm going with this one. Despite not being an elite-level athlete, Butler's game is so well-rounded that I look at him and just see another player in the mold of George Hill, Jalen Brunson, or even Devin Harris. Someone that you can reliably give quality minutes to for years, while also leading the charge with a backup unit. Quality bench players that can put on so many different hats in an offensive system are vital to a deep playoff run. We're actually seeing a great example of this from the Suns and the Clippers early in the Western Conference Finals as they continue to impress without some of their star power. I think this play against Central Arkansas is a really great example of Butler's intelligence and creativity as a scorer. Baylor's running a double drag for him to start the possession, something the Bears did a lot with Butler as the primary ball handler to a large degree of success. In fact, you can even see Central Arkansas notice this and even cheat a little on it early with the big man moving all the way up past the nail to anticipate the switch. Butler sees this and immediately slashes and denies the screen with a nifty crossover to a wide open paint. It's a split-second decision that completely throws the defense off and leads to an easy bucket. Speaking of split-second decision-making, we have to talk about Butler as a playmaker too. Even if Butler's shot isn't falling, which is prone to happen with him from time to time, his passing ability is strong enough to keep him in the game as a positive impact player. Butler runs the pick and roll like a seasoned vet and delivers on alley-oops with precision on designed sets to get rollers to the rim. This play against Hartford in the NCAA tournament is probably my favorite example of his playmaking ability. Hartford's screener defender is hedging on the screen here to make Butler take an extra step to get around him, so Butler instead reacts by retreating to the other side where his screener is smart enough to change the angle and reset the pick. Even with little space to work, Butler tricks the strong side help defender in the corner into staying home as he delivers a clean no-look to the roller for an easy 2 points. This is a very high IQ play against an aggressive pick-and-roll defense. Defensively, Butler's a disciplined help defender thanks in part to playing in Scott Drew's classic no-middle defense. There are plenty of videos on YouTube that properly explain the intricacies of the defensive philosophy, but to summarize it, the goal is in the name. Keep the offense out of the middle of the floor by forcing them outside towards the baseline through intense on-ball defense and switching on everything. This style requires a lot of communication and a ton of contribution from the 4 off-ball help defenders. Butler flourished in that off-ball role, mostly finding himself defending a man in the corner and stepping in for the tag or if someone broke through the defense, like with this clip against Oklahoma State, when Butler steps in for a last-second charge. As an on-ball defender, I'd say the jury is still out. He had his moments for sure, but he generally wasn't tasked with much on-ball responsibility, with Davion Mitchell being the primary defender on an opponent's top scorer. Still, what we do know is that he's going to get targeted early and often as a rookie, and hitting the weight room wouldn't be the worst idea. A few times, like with this and one against Oklahoma State, he can get bullied against more aggressive players. Personally, I see him as being an average at best defender in this regard. Even as I sit here banging the table for Jared Butler to earn more respect out of the draft process, it's more than likely he'll hear his name called closer to pick number 30 than pick number 20. That seems even more evident now with the recent news that he's been referred to the fitness to play panel for what I assume to be a check on his heart condition that was discovered before he even went to Baylor. Based exclusively on his play on the court though, Butler has been perhaps the most slept on name in the first round discussion, as teams look for home run swings rather than singles or doubles in the first round. But maybe there's a team out there that doesn't need to swing for the fences and is instead looking to shape out their roster with role players to build around a core of stars they already have. If that team takes Butler, I think they'll be getting exactly what they hoped for. Thanks for watching this video. Please leave a like and comment if you feel so inclined. Subscribing would be also very cool, but if not, thanks for at least tuning in this time, and I hope to see you again very soon.